Hey guys, I think I might have a really good video here for people who are looking for a job. Maybe they aren't sure what career they want to get into. Maybe they're not sure how their skills are going to translate into different job markets. Well, a few months ago, Google came out with an amazing tool called Career Dreamer. And I have not heard of this before, and I thought we'd go ahead and test it out. So first, you want to hop online and go to grow.google/career-dreamer/home. And this is the web page that gets pulled up. So to start, share a current or previous role. So I am a medical laboratory scientist. Industry would be healthcare. Now it's generating some insights. So I'd previously gone through this one other time earlier today, and I thought it was really fascinating that it gave me different career paths that I had never considered before. So after you put in a previous job title that you've had before, it's going to ask you different questions as far as things that you've done. And this. So I've actually done all of these. We'll click next. Now it'll be pulling in all the information that you've given it. And next you want to select at least 3 skills that apply to you. So here, basically everything on here. And you can add more if you like to, but just for the purposes of the video, I'm going to try to shorten it up, make it a little quick for you. Now this is pretty neat. I've only put in one job and some of the skills that it asked for, and it's already made me a career identity statement. So this is basically just something that is going to give you a nice summary of your career as far as what you're looking for, what you do, your skills, what you can bring to the table as far as a potential employer may want. And it's something that you can use to motivate yourself in the way that you think. But I am actually going to add some education here. And I just got a master's degree. And we'll go software engineering with a focus on AI engineering. It's going to generate some more insights and then ask me to add more skills, which, yep, all of those are things that I have learned. Now it's going to update my career identity statement. I'm going to add another education here. I'm going to put my bachelor's in here. I'm going to go medical laboratory science. I'm going to choose some skills. Go ahead and pick all of these as I have done, or work with all of those. I'm going to add another job that I've had, field service engineer. Click next. Industry, medical, next. Now I'm going to select tasks, troubleshoot and repair, install and configure, preventative maintenance, collaboration, records, educate hospital personnel, and manage inventory. And we're going to select more skills. And I've pretty much done all of those. So once again, we'll just go ahead, pick all the skills because those do apply to me. All right. And you can also add different interests that you have. So I'm going to say AI. And with your interests, it's going to ask you for 2 different statements that will apply to you. So we'll go ahead and pick 2 of those, click next. All right, so for the purpose of the video, I think this should be pretty sufficient for just kind of showing you guys how this works and what it is. So it gives me a really good career identity statement. And I'll scroll slowly in case anybody wants to take the time to read it. But what we'll go ahead and do is click Explore Paths. Now it's going to take all of the data that I've given it, and it's going to cross-reference it with different career paths, different job titles, different roles, and it's going to try to link and bridge everything together to give you an idea of all the different careers out there that you could be potentially a really strong fit for. So we'll come into here and let's just go with AI-powered medical device engineer. So this is something I would have never thought of before, just because as a field service engineer, that's quite a bit different than being a medical device engineer. So it says here, AI-powered medical device engineers develop medical devices using artificial intelligence. You possess a strong foundation in medical laboratory science, coupled with a master's degree in AI engineering and significant experience in both medical device repair and laboratory analysis. However, your experience is primarily focused on the application side of AI rather than device development. Bridging this gap through further education or targeted experience in embedded systems or medical device design would likely strengthen your candidacy. So that's really interesting because it gives you, different pointers as far as if that is something that sounds really amazing to you. Some of the things you might want to think about as far as gaining additional knowledge to bridge the gap between where you are and where you need to be to get that career. So let's see here. What else looks pretty good? Robotics would be pretty neat. So we'll go with machine learning engineer, healthcare focus. So it gives, again, a nice little detailed set. So after clicking jump to Gemini, it lets you know to copy the below starter prompt and paste it into Gemini to start the conversation. So you copy to clipboard, and we'll go here to Google Gemini, and we'll paste the prompt. So this is actually pretty fascinating. So here's what the prompt gives you. You are a career coach and an expert at helping people achieve their goals, their career goals. Below is a JSON representation of my professional profile exported from a companion app called Career Dreamer. Well, this is really interesting. So it gives a whole bunch of different information, basically all the data that you supplied to Career Dreamer, puts it into a prompt. Wow, it gives a lot of data. All right, so after importing all the data from the prompt, it says, it's great to connect and continue the journey. You started with Career Dreamer. Let's delve deeper into the recommended role of a machine learning engineer with a healthcare focus. So basically, it gives you a brief description, and then here are some things you can ask me to explore this further. What are the specific examples of projects where my background in medical laboratory science would be a significant advantage for a machine learning engineer? So it appears that basically it's going to give Gemini just a boatload of information about you and your skills, and then you can really just delve further into the rabbit hole based on what you want to know and what your specific situation is. As you can see, it looks like we're getting some good information back. Digital pathology, predictive diagnostics from lab data. Yeah, some really, really good projects that would really land me, I think, a really good chance as far as getting into the career. And then you'll obviously want to continue on asking questions, finding out, just whatever you need to know. Should I look into relocating? What's the job prospects for something like this? What's the growth of the career field? And from there, you should be able to figure out and determine whether this is something that you could potentially do for a living, and what a day in the life would look like. So, hey, you may have just found an amazing new career that you didn't even know about. Basically, this is just going to be, I think, a really good way to look at different careers and different paths that you may not have noticed before. It's going to look at your skills, your education, and the things that you've done, and it's going to align it with different areas of interest that you probably At least with all the ones that I always see, there's always one or two that I'd never thought about before. And when you're looking for jobs out there right now, especially in technology, the job market is really brutal. This is going to give a lot of different things that you can search for on your career boards, LinkedIn, sites like that. And it might give you an advantage as far as finding different career paths that most people don't think about. And because it connected all the dots with your data, it's going to give you career paths that you're going to be a strong candidate for. So you're not just throwing out applications into the ether, not getting callbacks. So for me, I really enjoy that they have this. I had never seen it before until today. And being a piece of Google AI technology, it's kind of really neat, but yet still surprising that I hadn't heard of it before. So I would suggest giving it a try, especially if you're looking to switch careers or perhaps try to find something that you might be good at. I think that this is a really nice tool out there that you really don't see. So with that, let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next time.